drives it in. What a goal by Paul Scholes!
Biggs stepping up. Paul Scholes! Oh, that is Paul Scholes! What a...
At one of your favourite grounds. He's got that face, Roy, already, like he looks like he wants to kill someone, doesn't he?
Even though he's smirking.
Yeah. Didn't like each other, them two. We took it for granted that you had figures like that in football at the time. Why don't we see that anymore? That sort of, that feeling that we're going into a proper game of football with two great players like that.
I've no idea, guys, really don't know. You see tunnels these days, and there's players shaking hands, there's, you know, kissing each cheek and all this kind of stuff. And
did no one come and try to kiss your cheeks in the tunnel?
No, I wasn't French, was I?
Why not? Where am I?
Where you best off, guys. So
he's bombed me.
Well, the chemistry between these two Uniteds has produced plenty of past Premiership spectaculars.
I remember this being a huge game for us. We were second and Arsenal were top on goal difference, and we were going to Highbury 4 days later for title decider. It was a big, big day. Did you like playing at Newcastle?
I loved playing there, yeah. It was a great atmosphere, wasn't it? It was always... You always felt there was going to be goals there, it was going to be entertaining.
We're underway at St James's Park.
Some leap on it.
Well, renewed hostilities. And he did catch Roy Keane, Alan Shearer.
It was like a bad elbow as well, actually.
It was a massive rivalry, that wasn't it, for about 2 or 3 seasons.
Ryan Shearer.
Yeah.
They obviously didn't like each other. And you can understand it with Roy, because Roy was a bit ferocious when he could get into battle with people. And he, to be fair, he was a great captain to play behind. When you felt looked after.
Safe.
You felt safe, you felt looked after going on a football pitch.
Just on Roy, in terms of what was your playing relationship like with him?
It was brilliant, obviously. He'd set the tempo for the team, and he always got the best out of you. I always felt going into a game, if I'm not doing what's expected of the manager, what's expected of Roy, then before the manager gets on, you've got Roy to answer to first.
I mean, by far the best captain that I ever played. Would you say the same as well?
Yeah, to play under Roy was great. He took great responsibilities. You know, you found out at Arsenal when he looked after you, remember?
And that was Woodgate trying to finish it off. Genius by name, genius by nature. 1-0 to Newcastle United.
What a strike. Unstoppable.
It's some whack, that. You should have blocked it, shouldn't you? Do you not think you should stop the free kick being played?
Possibly. That's a great strike.
You never felt safe up there, did you?
Never.
And here comes Dyer. Keane scurrying back.
Oh. Probably would have been sent off already now.
Yeah, definitely. The elbow on Roy and that tackle.
And he's just got to be careful on Newcastle, skipper.
And Shearer wasn't really like that. When we've been with England with him, I've never seen a real nasty side to him.
He was tough. He was a tough player.
He was a tough man, yeah, tough man, tough player.
He played on the left?
Playing just inside on the left, yeah.
That's the one thing that when Sven always played on the left with England, it was seen as like a massive problem. But you played quite a lot on the left for United, didn't you?
Yeah, it was never a problem for me. I always felt quite comfortable there. I thought it was a position that it was difficult for the opposition to pick you up.
Your England career apparently finished because you played off the left. Why the difference between playing for United on the left as playing with England on the left?
It's never come from me that I finished playing my England career because I played on the left-hand side. That was never the reason, because I'd have been doing it for United that same season and doing well and scoring goals. You know, looking back, I think my England career could have been a bit longer if the pressure had been taken off. When I was in England till 29, everybody expected me to score goals every game. And that was the same with United till I got to 29, 30, and the manager just said, look, just relax, it's not all about goals now, you can sit, control games. And that's when I had to change my game. And if someone had said that to me with England, and I think possibly things could have been different.
Did you ever feel believed in with England like you at United by any particular manager?
So I always felt believed in, because no manager ever dropped me. You know, probably when I should have been, really, especially Sven. It'd probably done me a few favours if he would have left me out and just, sit back and have a look. And
I always remember you coming up to me the day after we got knocked out, do you remember?
Yeah.
Against Portugal, and you saying, "That's me, I'm done." I'm like, "What, you going home?" No, I said, "No, that's me, I'm done. I'm finished, I'm not playing again."
Yeah.
I'm saying, "Relax a little bit, come on, relax. You have a month off now and then decide in pre-season." But you went and did it, didn't you?
Yeah. The performance was nowhere near good enough to be playing for England. I was just feeling...
Did you genuinely believe that?
Yeah. Oh, without watching games. I haven't gone back and watched the games, so no. But watch the games, I was so bad.
Scholes.
Oh, Ollie.
Great goal.
And Joe, something, it's like, so simple.
Yeah.
Why are you not celebrating there?
I'm probably still breathing. I was playing on the left-hand side, wasn't I? A lot of running for me, that.
Oh, it's some run by Ollie.
Great run.
Oh, what a run.
It's a good finish as well,
Yeah.
He's cushioned it on his chest and he's facing the wrong way, really. Brilliant at that, though.
Yeah.
Give him a chance, it's a goal.
Oh.
Set up for another spectacularist. Right on cue.
Oh, it's a great goal. It's a great goal, that.
It was just perfect. I don't think Ollie meant to lift it as he did. But it was just perfect. I just knew he had to hit it low, hit the target, and had a great chance of scoring.
I mean, this is football of the highest quality. And you just have to take your hat off and say, it's a joy to watch if you're a neutral.
It's a message to Arsenal. 2 goals in less than 2 minutes.
Would you like starting at the edge of the box and corners, then you can move in, or...?
Yeah, I love the edge of the box. Because there's always a chance this could happen.
Here's Giggs. Brown taking over.
Oh.
He's done it again. And they've got 3 Manchester United. Talk about turning on the style.
There was always a chance that it could come to the edge of the box.
Have you missed it, that sort of? Is that what you wanted to do?
No. I always think with them ones, you're trying to hit them as hard as you can and just on target.
Yeah.
I think the manager always said that. He said, hit them as hard as you can, but aim for the goalkeeper. And the amount of time you just get them not quite right and they're going to go in.
Scholes. He is on first half hat-trick.
They can come right again if they want, and they can go left if they want. Just have so many options when they're on the ball at the moment. They have this half.
Shea a bit too strong for Solano.
Shazer.
Giggs! 4 in the first half at St James's Park for Manchester United.
You watch the speed of play, the attacking, the movement, the intelligence of the runs, the intelligence of the passing, the bodies forward. That is how it should be.
We were brought up like that, weren't we? Everything was about scoring goals. Everything.
It's your normal crowd at Newcastle, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Emotional wrecks, weren't they?
Did you ever feel threatened by this Newcastle team that it could win the league? The Nate was at this point, but this sort of finished them off.
Not really, no. We knew they were a good team, but we always felt we could get the better in Newcastle.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's on. Nice haircut, there, guys.
Like that. Helmet. It's a half helmet, that, for me.
Tash is there as well, isn't it? Tash never leaves you,
Yeah.
does it?
Joseph, I played at Real Madrid on the way, and he left me out.
Randall's header only drops to Forlad. Solskjaer side him. Has a look to see. Trick! He has it!
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Just something. There was never even a thank you. You've run the opposite way. Any chance of a thank you? Thank you, Gary.
You weren't aiming for me, though, was you?
Paul Scholes has come to the northeast of England and helped a real conquering performance by Manchester United.
Where have I come from? Here you go. Look at the answer.
that run,
There you go. Look at that run. I'm ready.
But look at Neville, fresh as a daisy, delivers it right, and then, well, just face it across the goal.
Oh no, it's a great run. I was ignored.
Decoy run.
I was ignored by Beckham and Ronaldo for years. Ollie had a bit more appreciation.
Did you see me there?
Huh?
Did you see me there?
Yeah, I picked you out. Yeah, I picked you out.
No chance.
Did you score enough goals?
Probably not. Should have scored more, I think.
So if you said to me the difference between, say, Gerrard and Lampard, they were a lot more single-minded about scoring goals. I think from your point of view, two things. One, they were definitely people who ran into the box continually through their careers, and Stephen at the end obviously changed a little bit. Yeah. But you, for about 8 years of your career, were almost like a quarterback, really, weren't you?
I almost enjoyed it as much than when I was. There's no greater feeling than scoring goals, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't blessed with a great engine. I couldn't get up and down all day like Steve and Frank Cannon, and they did it till 36, 37. You know, I know Stevie tailed off a little bit and went into the quarterback role, as you say, but Frank, right up to he finished his career, was always scoring goals. He always had that engine to do that, and the manager probably recognised, and I knew myself I couldn't carry on doing that. There was no way. I had to become.
Sorry, can we forget what you talk about? You just had a long throw.
It's Butt staying in there, of course, not offside because it was a throw. Oh, that's going to be a penalty.
That's another assist for me. That's 2 assists.
Was that an assist for you?
Well, the long throw into the box.
It was Diego went down. He's won the penalty, not you.
Rude will have been crying at this point because he's not scored, wouldn't he? He'll have been like...
he'd have been devastated. Yeah.
He's now... The game's just been made for Rude.
Keeps his run going. 18 penalties converted in succession. That's a fantastic sequence.
Yeah, he's happy.
Yeah, he's happy. Rude's happy.
There's a smile.
He's a brilliant player.
Ruthless centre forward. Love playing with Rude. I think I probably had my best season playing with Rude. I knew exactly what he wanted, where he wanted the ball, where he was going to be, the runs he was going to make, and he was just a ruthless centre forward. I just loved watching him smack a ball into the net.
Oh, don't pass it back.
Don't go backwards, guys. Come on.
And Barthez.
5-1 up.
That.
This is your fault.
And that is a blot on the scoreline for Manchester United, and Barthez has to take the blame.
Oh, it's a goal. I'll remember it now.
It's your fault.
Oh, don't go back. There was a pass on into central midfield to
I bet you've turned away now, jogging to the halfway line.
Yeah, I'm distancing myself. I'm distancing myself now. Look at the goalkeeper. That's poor, really. Do you know something? I watch the games now, and I always say when I see a fullback pass it back, why did you pass it back? And I just see myself do it, and you think, oh God, how bad's that?
Yeah, it drives you mad, stuff like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When I watch midfield play, you're going backwards all the time, and you see an old game like this and you pass it backwards, you think, what am I doing? What can they do with it that you can't do with it?
No, and I've just broke the keeper's foot.
Cause you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to grey.
Whoever was going for the league with, it has to be. For a lot of the time, City were in the Championship, they were in League One or wherever they were, and it weren't until the last few years where they became a real threat, then I think that became the bigger game. But otherwise, it was Liverpool.
Two footballing powerhouses who've known the peaks of triumph and the depths of tragedy.
We'd not won the league, had we, for 3 years. This, to me, was when I thought we started to get good again.
Yeah.
When he went up front, Louis.
Yeah, Louis was an animal, wasn't he?
I remember this season because I felt like we were never going to win the league again. I actually remember having a conversation with you in the change room saying, do you think we'll ever win the league again? When Jose came over 1-2, the Invincible. I actually remember having a conversation because I thought...
What did I say? I
think you said we might not.
I was going to say, I don't think I'd have been optimistic, would I?
It felt like we weren't going to win anything again, but this season, for the first time, it felt to me like it was back to normal again.
Yeah. It felt like we had a team again, didn't it? It just felt like there was something happening that was going to be good.
And Sir Bobby Charlton, who's played more games for Manchester United than any other player, salutes the latest member to join the 500 club, Paul Scholes. He doesn't hang around for the presentation. I'm sure that all the fanfare and all the hype surrounding it is the last thing that a very modest man like Scholes wants.
Big moment that for you, or just couldn't be bothered? You look like you couldn't be bothered, to be honest with you.
I'm thinking about a big game, aren't we? For Liverpool at home.
Yeah. Where you are now, but that's where you used to pick up the ball later in your career, didn't you?
Yeah. I love playing with Michael. He was always in the right place, Michael. I always felt comfortable with him. He wasn't a flash player. If I went forward, he'd be in the right place. He'd be picking his man up, and he always gave me the ball, and I always felt then that I could control games with him next to me.
Gary Neville. Away by Sissoko. Scholes.
The ball, guys. Not sure it was two.
Yeah.
Was it two? Put it in the middle of them.
Doesn't matter.
Is this another assist?
Rooney. Crossed by Giggs.
It's an assist. Absolutely. Well, you don't get. There's no goal, is there?
No, if you don't play it to their midfield player, no. Never going to be a goal, is it?
You said at this point in your career you weren't getting in the box as much, but that is you arriving.
But I was only getting in maybe twice a half, maybe. You just had to pick and choose your time, and the manager told me to do that.
What are you thinking now? You were thinking of dinking or just passing it past him?
I'm thinking of passing it underneath him.
Yeah.
His 500th United appearance, and it's Paul Scholes who scores. It's Ebra. Quickly spotted Giggs. Sahar makes Ferdinand. Good control. What a finish! That was a beauty.
Oh, Rio. I mean, it was nice, that from Rio.
Brilliant.
He looks thin there, Rio, doesn't he?
Does, yeah. I think that's another thing is playing central midfield for United as well. When you think about goals all the time, you're not really thinking about defending, but you needed to have two centre-halves who could just bully people, who could just take the ball off the people, off centre-forwards. And Rio could do it.
Yeah. Think about probably the great centre-back partnerships when we were at United. You think about Bruce and Pallister. I think you'd have to put Yap and Ronnie in because of what happened in the treble season around that. And then you think of Vidic and Ferdinand. Which of those three for you would be the best?
They were all very good, weren't they? It's very difficult to separate. I think Vidic and Ferdinand were very good together. They complemented each other very well. I think Rio was the real nice footballer, but he could take the ball off people as well. He was good enough, he was quick enough, he was strong enough to do that. And Vidic, especially when he was a good footballer, Vida as well. He liked to think he was a number 10 in training time and thing, but I'm not sure. He was a nice footballer, but he was the one who'd get his nose broke every week. He was the one who would go to Stoke away and he's heading the ball away, he's getting elbows in the face, and you needed that in this league as well. Very similar to Bruce and Pallister.
Yeah, no, similar to mine there.
You'd never had it away, would you?
If I could, it just wasn't big enough.
Manchester United are going to make a change here, and Gary Neville, the captain, is coming off to be replaced by John O'Shea.
Oh, what's happened there? Oh, he's subbed me. I think we've won the game, haven't we? Yeah, we won the game.
Thought you played well, guys.
Yeah.
Rest of you for midweek, innit?
Yeah.
Barnsley away midweek.
It must be a big Champions League game or something on. There's Rafa.
Rafa, not happy. Funny. Did you know? Just strange, just weird, wasn't it?
I thought it was good for us, did you?
I thought it was brilliant for us, yeah. Magnificent for us. He'd gone, hadn't he? He'd gone, yeah.
We were massively aware of these things, weren't we, as players? The manager, Sir Alex, he was unbelievable, wasn't he, in terms of manipulating those situations. Why do you think he backed off Jose Mourinho a little bit in that 2 years? Because our team wasn't as good.
Possibly, yeah. I think, yeah.
He only took on fights he thought he could win. He was clever enough to.
It's like anyone. You've got to be clever enough to do that, haven't you? You don't go winding other managers up if you don't think you've got the tools to back it up. And for a couple of years, he probably didn't think he had the tools to do it. But for the rest of the time, or most of the rest of the time, he thought he did.
Right, here's a selection of your best goals. Let's go through them. Oh, it's an assist from me, that.
You assist the assister, don't you, guys?
Assist. Oh, it's a good pass again.
It's this little dink over, and that was the best bit. Yeah, I think it was a nice goal. I'm not sure what that celebration was. It was embarrassing.
You look young there.
Was it about 7 or 8-0 that game?
You look about 7 or 8.
Stone.
I remember this one.
Yeah, this was nice. Your left foot just... Again, you're not aiming for a top corner. You just open you at the target, especially with your left foot. But Liverpool's a team I didn't really score many goals against.
It's a goal that's probably...
It looks better from behind there.
Yeah. It's harder to do that than you've made it look. I wouldn't know. I always thought that goal was amazing, that one. I was just back on the halfway line as normal in the corner. Just thought it was amazing. It's hard to ping a ball like that from a corner.
I remember through the week and for a few weeks, I always got Bex to hit me some balls in training like that.
Yeah.
If you looked at Bex there, he's almost put a disguise on that corner. He's almost looking.
Yeah.
He's got his head faced the other way towards the ball, knowing what he's going to do, and to make the Bradford players not think there was anything of it. And they left a massive space there, and I come running onto it. It's a great ball, and the next bit's lucky.
Lay it off. Another assist. Another assist. To be fair, that is a hell of a goal, that.
I think that was one of the best ones. They used to do a bit of shooting with Steve McLaren every day, like 10 from that side, coming from the right-hand side, coming from where you are, and 10 from the other side. It's always better coming from the other side. I always find it more difficult to do that.
To be honest with you, usually when you hit it like that, it bends, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it does bend. It does start outside the post a little bit, but that is just perfect.
Paul Scholes.
Oh, wow. Do you know what I always notice about the goals I'm watching them here now? How quick everyone in the teams to celebrate.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Well,
wow.
we were always told that, weren't we?
Yeah.
The managers to celebrate every goal, everyone together. And it's usually the same people there at first. Roy was always there, wasn't it?
It's my favourite, actually.
Well, how many favourites have you got?
This is my favourite by a long way.
Yeah, it was the best, wasn't it? It always looks better when it goes in off the crossbar, doesn't it? Bounces down, bounces into the roof of it. It always looks better like that. That one.
Was it the fact the goalkeeper had Shaky Bottoms on?
Yeah, I've got to score past him.
Yeah. It's like,
How
your
can I miss?
goalkeeper
How
Shaky
can I
Bottoms
miss
on.
against him?
Shoot from anywhere.
It's Sunday morning. It was all about timing, that one. It wasn't. I didn't try and leather it. It just ended up. The timing was perfect. This was an important goal. We were going for the league, weren't we?
Yes.
At the time, and we were 1-0 down.
Yes.
And really struggling to score, as we did against Brad Friedel and Blackburn, but that was the first one, and I think we ended up scoring 3 after that. I think there's maybe only 15-20 minutes there. We ended up winning 4-1.
This was the start of a great team, this, for 2-3 years.
Was it?
Was it? Rooney, Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah, devastating.
It was the start of a great team. This was Ronaldo's first big season, this.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a brilliant moment, that.
Just wish we'd have got on to win the league that year. We didn't, did we?
Yeah. That's the one thing about this game. I always think we didn't win the league through it.
Yeah.
He did that a lot, and it's a typical goal from you, that, isn't it? Header, arriving late. When you was a kid, you scored a lot of headers, didn't you? In the youth team.
Yeah. Did in the first team as well.
It's a sweet moment.
Move on.
It's a sweet moment. Oh.
Bit emotional.
It's actually, to be fair, people would say it's love. It's actually aggression.
Yeah, it is a bit.
It's aggression. It's just like, it's a...
Pardon?
Excellent challenge.
Lovely ball. Scholes drives it in. What a goal by Paul Scholes!
Biggs stepping up. Paul Scholes! Oh, that is Paul Scholes. What a